Hi everyone, it's Desiree. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me for another video. Today I wanted to go over my tips for decorative planning. If you're new to planning, I feel like these are some good things to incorporate into your decorative planning routine. So I have some things that even like when I'm doing my videos, I always forget, like there's a lot of newbie people out there and I always get questions on things that I think that everybody knows already, but then I remember, no, there's always like new people coming into this community. So I feel like having like a little refresher of this is always nice. And that way I can explain in this video some of the products that I use that are my favorite to use for decorative planning that really help to ease the process. So I'm gonna go over some of those things in this video, some little tricks and just tips on how to get that decorative planning done the easiest way and most efficient way. So the first thing I want to mention is I always get asked this in my comments, which again, this is one of the things that I feel like a lot of people in the community know about. It's not anything that I thought of myself to do. I saw somebody else do it and then, you know, the ball rolls and everybody starts doing it too. So I really like to use wax paper. Not everybody in the planning community likes to use wax paper, but if you're like me, before I started planning and actually filming videos, I was always very like timid about like where I was gonna put my stickers, and it took me forever to make spreads. And this has really helped to speed along that process, which is nice because I can test it out on the wax paper where I'm going to place stickers. I don't have to commit all the way, and then I can put them down once I figure it out. So yeah, I just buy regular wax paper. I get this at Target, or you can find it at any grocery store, any store. Usually it's in the aisle where like the aluminum foil is. You can find it there. It's wax paper. I always buy this brand, the Reynolds brand. I don't know if that makes a difference or anything. I've never bought any other brand, but I always just stick to this. It's very inexpensive. It's like less than $2, and you can pull out a sheet. I usually do like a small size, but you can actually do a size that'll fit. I used to do this too when I first started planning. I would pull out like a full sheet like this. It's so much wax paper. And then I would take my pages. Let me pull them out. I'm telling you, when I first started planning, I didn't know what I was doing, and I wanted everything to be perfect, and I didn't want to mess it up and all that. So I would take these, and then I would put this on top like this, and then I would take some washi, and I would just tape the sides so that way they kind of stick like this, and then I would go in with stickers and start placing them on top like where I wanted to put them. Yeah, so I would just grab some stickers. And honestly, this was a really nice way for me to get used to like decorating in this planner, because it's a little tricky decorating these. But it was nice to be able to like put a sticker down, put a couple stickers down, not have to like 100% commit to it, but I can kind of test them out on the wax paper, and then if I didn't like where I was putting something, I could just pull it up and then like move it to another side, see if that worked better, just move things around easily, like a lot easier. And then once I was done, then I would just take it off, and then I would put the stickers down once I figured out like where everything was gonna go. Now I don't do it this way anymore. I've kind of evolved from that, and I just use it to put stickers that I plan on using from a book, because it's nice to like flip through a book. It's usually, no, this is how I use it now. I still kind of do it the same way, but just not like the whole page, like figuring it out. But it's a great tip to do it this way if you're not sure and you want it to be, you have a little bit more control over it, not have to pull up all the stickers all the time. That's always a fun way to use this. And you can use this sheet a few times before you probably have to toss it. So it's not like you have to use a new piece every single time. You can use it multiple times before like it's not sticking or removing easily from the wax paper. So now the way that I do it is I kind of just use it to pull stickers. Like I'll go through a book and I'll see which stickers I want to use and pull them and collect them on the wax paper. But I still use it to figure out like how I'm going to lay out stickers too. But just kind of like in the moment now. Like if I'm trying to figure out a cluster over here, I can take this and just start laying them out here, kind of figuring it out like this. Seeing if like, oh, okay, I want to go with this cluster there, and then I can just pull it up. It's also a nice way to like cluster things together, and then I can put it down. Now I'm not gonna put it down in here because this is actually my pages for my new planner. But you kind of get the idea that, you know, you can just put them down and it's a little bit easier. Also, another great thing about putting it on the wax paper is sometimes the stickers are really, really sticky. And if you're like me, I put stickers down even after doing this whole thing. And then I realize like, oh, no, I want to move it over a little bit more, adjust it a little bit more. Sometimes it's a little, it becomes really, really stuck to the page. But if you put it on wax paper first, some of the stickiness comes off of the back of the stickers. It makes it more like repositionable, which is nice. They're still like stuck on the page. Like they don't lift off or anything like that. It's not removing that much of the stickiness from the back, but they're a lot easier to pull up, which I like. So definitely recommend getting some wax paper if you want like a little tool to help you figure out where you want to put stickers. I don't recommend keeping stickers on here too long, like for a few days. Like I wouldn't collect stickers on here and keep them here for a couple days, because then they get stuck to this wax paper. They get really stuck and then they're kind of ruin the stickers. But to use it in the moment, it's great. You can do that. If you want a place to like store your stickers, I would recommend getting like a sticker storage book. I have this one from Rongrong. I don't know if it's still available. I'll try to see and I'll link it. But I do sometimes collect like stickers that I put on the wax paper, and then I'll put them in here to just like get off of the wax paper because I don't want to leave them on here. So I'll put them back over here. If I can't put them back in the book for whatever reason, or I forgot where they went, I'll just stick them in here to collect them. And yeah, these are great to have. Or if you don't want to buy one of these books, another great option is to, another thing that I'll always do is once I'm done with a sticker sheet that is a clear sticker sheet, like this one right here, like once I've used all of these stickers, I will take this page out and keep this clear sticker sheet. I'll remove this part right here, which this is another great thing to do. Sometimes it's hard to remove these clear stickers, as you can see. Doesn't even want to come off. Let me try to pull this off. Now I want to get it off. All right, so yeah, you pull the backing off. Like that. Okay. And then I usually just toss that. And then like these stickers, you can just easily put them back in the book without having to worry about putting them around the backing part. And then once all of these stickers are done, I always save these, and then I will use them to put stickers on too, to like collect stickers, because these are just nice to have on hand to make your own sticker album book if you were looking to have something like that. So yeah, those are my tips when it comes to like collecting the stickers and trying to map out the stickers on your spread. This really has helped me a lot into figuring out how I like to place the stickers around this spread, and also like to make clusters. This is always a great little tool to have in your planning area. All right, so I'm actually going to put my pages back in my planner because I'm scared I'm gonna ruin my pages for my new planner. I shouldn't have pulled the ones, should have pulled from my old planner. But yeah, let me grab another planner. The other thing I wanted to mention, another great thing that I like to use, sometimes this is a little bit, like you have to get used to using these, I feel, but I like collecting gift cards. The like more sturdy, like plastic, hard plastic ones are the best, because I've noticed that Starbucks is using more of like these that are more of a cardboard material, like a hard cardboard. These are okay, but I prefer like if it's like a plasticky one to do this next thing. So what I like to use these for is to cut washi. And I feel like we all have these gift cards, especially around the holidays. Probably gonna get a bunch of gift cards. So it's something that you have on hand. It's not anything you have to spend extra on, but it's really useful to cut washi once you get used to this little trick. Now it doesn't cut it like perfectly, but for me, I'm okay with like not having a perfect cut on the edge. It's a little rough on the edge, but like I said, I don't mind that. I actually like ripping my washi and having it a little torn. So for me, this is a good option. If you want something that is more precise, then I would suggest using like an X-Acto knife. I love this one because it's retractable and I don't ever have to like touch the blade, because my past ones I used to cut myself with whenever I put the cap back on. But this one's a good one to use to cut stickers, to cut washi. Again, if you want more of a cleaner look with the cuts on your washi, this one will do that for sure. So yeah, just a cleaner cut there, and then you'll have a perfect little cut on there like that. So something to help you cut your washi, whether it's one of your gift cards that are lying around, some an X-Acto knife. This is actually it's like a version of a gift card. This is from Live Love Posh. These are really cute because these are metal. These are like a metal material. Let me see how these cut compared to the plastic ones. So I actually haven't compared them. See how clean of a cut this one gets. Ooh. Okay. Oh yeah, this one for sure is a little cleaner. Not as clean as, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of the same. Maybe a little bit cleaner. Not as precise as the X-Acto knife, but it's pretty good. So yeah, you have options if you want to purchase one of these cool metal ones, or just use one of the freebie ones that you have in your collection. These are great to just stash and have on hand to cut washi, because you know I like using washi on my spread, so these are great to have. Also, tweezers are an amazing tool to have, especially I've noticed this is like a new thing for me. These newer sticker books, especially the clear stickers, are so hard to get off. You get anything from like Planything or Live Love Posh, Amber Plans Her Day, KellofaPlan. The stickers, I always struggle with removing these off of these sheets, and this has been like very helpful to just like pull the stickers off. Sometimes I can get them off with my hand, but sometimes they start lifting and then the backing starts coming up like that. When I do it with my fingers, sometimes I can get it, sometimes I can't. But this has been the easiest way that I found to like pull the stickers off, yeah, of these pages. So having some tweezers just to pull stickers off of the clear sheets, since they're a little bit more difficult. Also placing small stickers, let's see if they're like little tiny bullet point stickers. I love using these, like these, oh, these are really small, tiny little bullet points. I always like to use these to place onto the page because it's so hard to use your fingers and then like get it straight. I mean, it's possible. It's just, I find it easier just to stick these down. Whenever you want to place down a small little sticker, these are nice to help you do that. Or even just like, you know, even these longer ones, just to place them down straight and angle it correctly on the page. Just easier to use the tweezers. Again, this is like an inexpensive thing. I feel like we all have these somewhere around our place. These are just normal tweezers that I just use in general, so nothing fancy. They do have fancier ones that have like more craft style ones. I prefer just the normal ones, like this one. The craft ones, they're like a reversible action, so when you close, it opens. I can't get used to that, like the backwards part of it, so I just use these, and I believe these were like less than $2 at Target. Or like this one I got in a pack with like 4 others on Amazon, super cheap. So, and they had like different points, which I liked, because right now I only have these, but they have like different styles of tweezers in that pack, which is nice. So definitely recommend getting some tweezers to help with your decorative planning. And then when it comes to like, I always like to white out some stuff on my pages. I found a book that I can use to as an example that I'm not using. So like, say for instance in this planner, on this side I always covered up all this stuff. Like I never used this part of the page, like the headers and stuff. So being able to like white these out. Now the whiteout is a very like bright white, but I always cover them up with like a sticker, like a header or something. But I just always like to cover them up first. Or if you're putting down like a decorative sticker here or even here, and you have like this thick white line or black line, it's always nice sometimes to, like, say for instance this one right here, this one is, okay, it's coming up. If I put it here, like you can see the line through his face, and sometimes I don't like that. So to prevent that from happening, let me take this off. I like to use a white pen. This is a Uniball Signo. This one's the best one that I found, or that I've used recently. I used to use another one that I can't remember what it was called, but this one's really nice. It's a lot thicker, like more ink comes out, which I like. The other one I used, I always had to do so many coats. So you just take this and then you can white out the line, so that way it's not going through him completely, which is nice. You do have to let that dry a little bit, but then once it dries, then you can place this on top, and then you won't have that black line going through him. Okay, so then you can place him down, and then he's all good. No black line going through his face. Super adorable. Okay, so there he is. So yeah, that's the Uniball Signo. This one so far has been working out really nicely. Like you saw, I just did 1 coat. The past I used to have to do like 2, sometimes 3, because it was just so like, it wasn't a good coverage on these. So yes, recommend getting one of these for sure. Some type of like white like correction tape. There's tons of options out there. I like the Tombow ones the best. I just like the way, I don't know, I just like them the best. I've used Bic. I don't recommend Bic ones. I know some people like them, but I'm not a fan of that one. I just like the way that this one like glides when you put it down. This one's really nice. But I have got someone from Daiso. If you've ever been there, they have really nice correction tape over there too. All right, and then if you like decorative planning, one thing that I like to do sometimes is I will add like scrapbook paper into my planner, and sometimes it'll go like into this side of the page, or like I like to put stickers down the punched edge. If you plan on doing that type of stuff, like putting stickers where you're gonna have to repunch these holes, so I recommend getting a punch. Now there are a couple of punch options. There's this one right here. This one's great for punching pages that you want to put into your planner. But honestly, I really don't recommend using this to punch pages that already have like stickers on it. Like if you put stickers all down here and then you use this to punch, you can do it. But sometimes this thing will jam and break. It just is not good. It is not good. I'm always scared whenever I would punch pages in here that I put like stickers on it, because it would just mess it up so bad. More so the original one that I had. This one did it a couple of times, but I don't want to ruin this punch because I like having it to make my own pages and to punch like the holes for like a whole page, that I don't want to ruin it with like all the sticker paper. So instead of using this one, I've really been enjoying using this punch right here. Now this thing can punch through a lot of stuff. This thing is really heavy duty. It is amazing. It's a single punch, so you have to, if you plan on using this to punch stuff, you do have to go through each hole to do that. But honestly, sometimes whenever I'm covering stuff up over here, it's maybe like 1 or 2 holes over here, or a couple of holes over here. It's usually not the whole page because I don't really put stickers all the way down here anymore. So I just need it for maybe a couple of holes. Like say for instance, I have a spread here. This one right here, I have like a little bit of a sticker there. So I will just go in here. If I can get in. Okay, I just need to punch one like that, and then I'm done. And it's all punched. So super easy. This thing will punch through like laminated covers. I've punched through that before. It punches through a lot. Like this punch right here will not do that. I maybe do like 1-2 pages max, and that's about it. But I would never punch a cover through here because it'll jam it and break it. This thing is really, really heavy duty. So I have this linked down in my description. I got this at Michael's. Make sure you use a coupon because it is expensive. But if you use a coupon, then you can get it for a pretty good deal. But if you have a disc bound planner, this thing is great to have on hand. Definitely highly recommend one of these punches. They're amazing. It's called a crocodile, I believe. That's what it's called. But I love that tool. It's so good. All right, so those were all the things that I wanted to mention. Now there's other things like scissors and erasers. There's like correction tape. Not correction tape, adhesive. This is always great to have on hand. A glue stick, just in case you rip a sticker. This is great to have on hand. But I just want to mention like the ones that are like my top favorite ones that I like to use. I feel like I use most of those things in almost every spread. Yeah, they really come in handy. I always have them right nearby because I know I'm gonna possibly need them in a spread if I'm making like a really decorative spread. So yeah, super handy. Love using all those items. Top favorites. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Let me know down in the comments what some of your favorite tools are to use. Any like little hacks that you have, like things that have made your decorative planning easier for you. I'd love to hear those because, you know, I'm always looking for new things to incorporate if it'll help to save time and make decorative planning easier. So I hope you all enjoyed watching. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you all in the next one.